Question 1. First thing, read the question. Change 120 minutes to hours. So we write this as 60 minutes equals 1 hour. We times the 60 by 2 to get 120 minutes. And whatever we do to one side of the equal sign, we do to the other. 1 times 2 is 2. So our answer is 2 hours. And then write this in the correct place. Make it easy for the person marking this to give you the marks. Question 2. First thing, read the question. Change 4 hours to minutes. So we write this as 1 hour equals 60 minutes. We times this by 4 to get 4 hours. Whatever we do to one side of the equal sign, we do to the other side. 60 times 4 is 240. So our answer is 240 minutes. And then write this in the correct place. Make it easy for the person marking this to give you the marks. Question 3. First thing, read the question. Work out the difference in minutes between 55 minutes and 1 3/4 hours. Okay, a couple of things to do. I'm going to assume that you know a quarter of an hour is 15 minutes. We've got 3/4 of an hour, so 3 times 15 is 45. So 1 3/4 hours is 1 hour 45 minutes. Draw a line. We start at 55 minutes. We're going to go up to 1 hour, so we've added 5 minutes. And then we're going to go from 1 hour to 1 3/4 hours. And 3/4 of an hour we know is 45 minutes. So in here I've got 45 minutes. So I've got 5 plus 45 is 50 minutes. And then write your answer in the correct place. Make it easy for the person marking this to give you the marks. Question 4. First thing, read the question. Work out the difference in minutes between 2 hours 25 minutes and 1.5 hours. So our starting point is half an hour is equal to 30 minutes. So we're going to go from 1 hour 30 minutes. If we add 30 minutes, that takes us to 2 hours. Then if we add another 25 minutes, that takes us to 2 hours 25 minutes. So 30 plus 25 is 55. So the difference is 55 minutes. And then write this in the correct place. Make it easy for the person marking this to give you the marks. Question 5. First thing is read the question. It's a little bit longer, this question, so let's go through it. Haley left her home at 10:40 a.m. Okay, that makes sense. She walked from her home to the shop. It took her 14 minutes to walk to the shop. That makes sense. Haley was at the shop for 10 minutes. Fair enough. Then Haley walked from the shop to her friend's house. It took Haley 22 minutes to walk to her friend's house. What time did Haley arrive at her friend's house? Okay, straightforward. Let's do this step by step. She leaves home at 10:40 a.m. It takes her 14 minutes to walk to the shop. Add these up and she arrives at the shop at 10:54 a.m. Haley's at the shop for 10 minutes. I'm going to split this up to 6 minutes and 4 minutes. So 10:54 plus 6 takes me to 11. 11 plus 4 takes me to 11:04 a.m. And this 6 plus the 4 gives me the 10 minutes. And then it takes her 22 minutes to walk to her friend's house. What time did Haley arrive at her friend's house? She arrived at 11:04 plus 22, which is 11:26 a.m. And write this in the correct place. Make it easy for the person marking this to give you the marks. Question 6. First thing, read the question. A film starts at 7:45 p.m. The film lasts 98 minutes. What time does the film finish? Okay, there are loads of different ways you can do this. I'm going to use a timeline and I'm going to start at 7:45, and to get to 8 p.m. I have to add 15 minutes. So I've used 15 of my 98 minutes, so there's 83 minutes left of the film. If I take off 60 minutes, which is 1 hour, that takes me to 9 p.m. And now I've got 23 minutes left. So what time does the film end? It ends at 9:23. There are loads of examples and worksheets on gcsemaths.uk. The link is below. Thank you. Question 7. First thing is read the question. It's a fairly long question. Let's go through it step by step. Natalie drives from London to Sheffield. Okay. Natalie leaves London at 9:15 a.m. Natalie drives for 2.25 hours before stopping for a break. Fair enough. The break lasts 20 minutes. Natalie then takes another 85 minutes to reach Sheffield. What time does Natalie arrive in Sheffield? Okay, step by step. So she starts at 9:15 a.m. and she drives for 2¼ hours. My starting point is that you know a quarter of an hour is 15 minutes. So we do 9:15 plus 2:15 and we get 11:30 a.m. The break lasts for 20 minutes. So we add another 20 minutes and we get 11:50 a.m. Natalie then takes another 85 minutes to reach Sheffield. Okay, a little bit of work to do here. We're at 11:50 a.m. If I add 10 minutes, it takes me to 12 noon. So 85 minutes, take away the 10 minutes that I've just used up. We've got 75 minutes left, and 75 minutes is 1 hour and 15 minutes. So we do 12 plus 1 hour 15 minutes, and we get 13:15. And you can leave this as a 24-hour clock and just leave it as 13:15. Write your answer in the correct place. Make it easy for the person marking this to give you the marks. There are examples and worksheets on gcsemaths.uk. The link is below. Thank you. Question 8. Read the question. Here is a part of a train timetable. Part A, a train leaves London St Pancras at 06:18. How many minutes should it take to reach Paris? So London St Pancras is here, and to get to Paris is to here. If you're comfortable working with time, just subtract these, 09:47 minus 06:18, and you'll get 209. Or if you prefer to use a number line, we're starting at 6:18. If we add 12 minutes, we come to 6:30. If we add another 30 minutes, we come to 7. If we add another 120 minutes, which is 2 hours, we come to 9. And then we've got to add the 47 minutes. So now we've gone from 6:18 to 9:47. Add all of these up and you will get 209. Either method is fine. Both will get you the correct answer. Part B, what is the difference in minutes between the time it takes for the 5:40 train and the 6:18 train from London St Pancras to reach Paris? So we're comparing the trains. We've got the 209 for the 6:18. Now we're comparing it with the 5:40 train. So we have to do 9:17 subtract 5:40. Again, if you're comfortable with time, go ahead and do this. If not, use a number line. So we're starting at 5:40. We add 20 minutes to take us to 6 o'clock. And we arrive at 9:17. And then we can add 3 hours to take us to 9 o'clock, which is 180 minutes. So we have to add another 17 minutes. Add these up, we get 20, 200, 217 minutes. The question said, what's the difference? So it's 217 minutes minus 209 minutes, and we get 8 minutes. And then the final part, Georgia lives in Ashford. She has to get to a meeting in Paris for 10:30. Part C, what is the time of the latest train she can get from Ashford? There's only 2 trains stop in Ashford, so she can catch the 6:55 and be on time. Now write your answer in the correct place. Make it easy for the person marking this to give you the marks. There are examples and worksheets on gcsemaths.uk. The link is below. Thank you. Question 9. Read the question. Here's part of a bus timetable. Part A. A bus leaves Woolwich at 7:24. How many minutes does this bus take to reach Bluewater? So it leaves at 7:24 and it arrives in Bluewater at 8:37. If you're comfortable working with time, just subtract these. If not, do a timeline. So we start at 7:24. If we add 6 minutes, we get to 7:30. If we add 30 minutes, we get to 8 o'clock. The bus arrives at 8:37, so we have to add another 37. And if we add these up, we get 73 minutes. And the question says, how many minutes does this bus take? So the answer is 73 minutes. Jeff needs to get from Bexley Heath to Bluewater to start work at 9 a.m. It takes Jeff 12 minutes to walk from his house to the bus stop in Bexley Heath. It takes Jeff 8 minutes to walk from the bus station in Bluewater to his work. Part B, what is the latest time Jeff can leave his house to get to work on time? A question like this can appear quite difficult. So on gcsemaths.uk, I've taken questions like this and I've broken them up into easier parts so you can get some confidence and then you can tackle a question like this. The link is below. So let's have a look at this. So we know he has a 12-minute walk from his house, then he travels by train, then he has an 8-minute walk to work and he has to be at work before 9 a.m. So 9 o'clock, take away 8 minutes is 8:52. So he has to arrive before 8:52. If we look at the timetable, there's a train arrives at 8:53. That's a minute too late. So he has to arrive on the 8:45 train. So he has to catch the train at Bexleyheath at 8:09. So he has to take the train at 8:09. He's got a 12-minute walk from his house. So 8:09 take away 12 minutes. So if we take off the 9 minutes, that takes us to 8 o'clock. And then we take off another 3 minutes, and that takes us to 7:57 a.m. So the latest he can leave is 7:57 a.m. As I mentioned earlier, I've got loads of examples on questions like this where I break them into parts to give you practice on each part. And then once you're confident, we then combine them so you can tackle a question like this easily and get the 4 marks. The link for GCSEmaths.uk is below. Thank you. Question 10. The first thing is read the question. Here is part of a train timetable. Part A. A train leaves London Marylebone at 14:40. What time does it arrive in Birmingham, Moore Street? So London Marylebone 14:40, Birmingham Moore Street 16:32. So a simple mark, 16:32. Part B. How many minutes should the 14:10 train take to get from London Marylebone to Birmingham Moore Street? So the 14:10. If you're comfortable subtracting hours and minutes, go ahead and do this. It's fairly straightforward. If not, let's do a number line. We leave at 14:10. 50 minutes takes us to 3 o'clock. The train arrives at 15:56. So we have another 56 minutes here. Add these up. 50 plus 56 is 106. And the question does say how many minutes. So the answer is 106 minutes. And for the last part of this question, we have Millie going from Banbury to Birmingham Moore Street on the train. Fair enough. Millie takes 16 minutes to get from her house to the train station in Banbury. She takes 20 minutes to get from Birmingham Moore Street station to her meeting, so we have to factor in these times. Millie needs to get to the meeting by 5 p.m. Millie leaves her home at 3:15 p.m. Does Millie get to her meeting by 5 p.m? Well, let's find out. She leaves at 3:15. It takes her 16 minutes to walk to the station. So she gets 3:15 plus 16 is 3:31. She gets to the station, not the bus stop as I've said. She gets to the station at 3:31. So which train can she catch? She's too late for the 15:06, so she gets the 15:41, and the 15:41 gets into Birmingham Moore Street at 16:32. So the 15:41 bus arrives at 16:32. Plus the 20-minute walk takes us to 16:52. The meeting's at 5 o'clock, so she's 8 minutes early. So yes, she does get to her meeting on time. Okay, so 5 marks for this question. Well worth practicing. There are examples and worksheets on GCSEmaths.uk. The link is below. Thank you.